Bruh. Welcome back. I'm Trey Herrera, your current host for today, and today is day 359 of being quarantined in the house. In all seriousness, hope all you guys are doing well, living your best lives, happy, healthy, wholesome. I got my harness in yesterday. Sorry guys, I'm Trey Herrera by those who are new. We are here in the garage. This is my Z32 300Zx, and today's goal is to get this thing to fire up. Pretty much where we left off last was I was kind of explaining all the money I spent on this car. One of the last pieces to get the car to start and run is actually here. I had to do some modification to get it to work, but this is what we got. And this is completely disgusting right now. It will not stay this way because I can't have the engine bay looking all clean. Look. You can't have it looking like that and then you got all these wires. So I had to kind of manipulate the wires to get power to the proper sources. So yesterday I got this in. I should have filmed this yesterday, but I didn't. So it's all good. I just kind of got to work and was just in my zone. I wasn't in the mode for filming. So these connect down here. This connects all your dash and everything. But the difference is I didn't have anywhere to plug into and this is where I had to manually wire some stuff. So these white ones here are power. I got it hooked up to the battery. This is push start ignition. I have some grounds. These are all need to be actually properly taken care of, but this is all for testing purposes. I just pretty much needed to get power from the battery to the dash. So this goes here all the way through, all my fuses work and everything. So figuring that out was the hardest portion of this. Yesterday I took my multimeter. Once I figured that out and I got power to inside the car, I took my multimeter under the car. This car looked like under the steering column had an alarm system. So whenever you do an alarm system, they have to tie into the starter wire and the ignition to break the source to go to whatever alarm system so it won't start the car. I got everything I need to actually get the car to start up. I did put in the coil packs yesterday. I just need to go ahead and put in my spark plug wires and then we're good to go. So coil packs are in and these spark plug wires, which is nothing. I'm planning on, so here's the radio and everything. So I'm planning on putting the switch panel right in here where the radio is, and then have like my OBD2 connector right in here, and then ignition, yeah, pretty much all my switch panel right in there. And then I got to rewire the radio because that was also not wired up whatsoever. Now once the first fire is good to go, we will be doing the drive shaft, and we have to figure out a way to go get this clutch pedal. There's a guy in Colorado Springs who is parting out the car. Maybe we just practice some proper social distancing. I could go up there and get the clutch pedal, brake pedal, and then we could get pretty much the rest of the hydraulics hooked up for the clutch. So the car will be drivable once the clutch stuff is in place. First things first on the clutch stuff, before I even get the pedal, this has to get installed in here. There's the plate that I have to get rid of, this guy down in there. And then that will be my clutch master, and then I have the slave, and then hopefully we'll just connect the hydraulics from there. You excited? You want to do the honors?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll film it. Almost done. I know this is a wiring mess, but we're pretty close. All right, here you go. It's time to start this thing up. Hold on. There's that. Go ahead and put in the key. Don't crank it.
Ah, that thing's all pokey.
Turn it.
Turn the key?
Yeah, but don't try to start it. Right there.
Wow. Can we get new things on the thing?
We'll turn our ignition on. Okay, I heard that. And then press that button. Grab
this?
Yeah, press it. Hold it, and that's the starter.
Oh.
All right, guys, I made an amateur mistake. I was overly excited to start this car. So start it again. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a day, call it a night for the night. Pretty much after doing some reading, this is what is happening. All right, so for you guys who know the 300ZX, and then this will be no new thing to you. 300ZX has a fuel pump controller along with a fuel pump, and then also your relay. On my particular harness, I have an extra fuel pump relay as well. So what's happening is my harness and ECU are trying to talk to the 300Z body harness and fuel pump relay. And so I got two relays trying to get the fuel pump to turn on, and it's kind of stupid. So with that being said, I am actually going to bypass the 300ZX fuel pump relay and fuel pump controller. And then I'm going to run my own wires because I already have a fuel pump relay within my harness. So with that being said, I am actually going to run a hard switch. It's going to be race car style with a switch. So 12 volt constant to my fuel pump, and then ground the fuel pump out either at the fuel pump or on the chassis ground, whatever, and then run a switch to it. So definitely it's going to be race car style, but I'm going to handle that tomorrow. I was just trying to get it to work as factory as possible, but you know, sometimes you just have to simplify things, and a lot of this 300ZX is not simple. So with that being said, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. So we're getting rid of the fuel pump controller or the factory fuel pump relay, and running my own stuff. So once I run my own stuff, things will get even more simple, and I'll be a happier person. So all I really need to work is the headlights, blinkers, radio, that kind of stuff, tail lights. And then all of the actual stuff that runs the engine will be my stuff, not the Nissan stuff. All right, after much sleep and thought, I got this car to prime. So what had happened was the pump was not grounding out fully correctly. So what I did was I made a new ground for the pump. And then I ran a power wire from my pump here up to the front to my ECU and tied it into the trigger wire. So I got everything to prime with ignition, and she should be ready to fire here in a little bit. Just got to tie a couple things back, make sure everything is solid, but she should be able to fire, and I'm really excited. So let's get it. So yes, currently right now we're charging this battery. It's taking a little minute. This battery's been sitting for a while, so once it's fully charged up, we're gonna go ahead and give her a fire. We're only gonna let her run for a moment, and then we should be good. I'm pretty excited. Yesterday I only had fuel. I had no fuel, but I had spark, and you know, everything was right. I wasn't getting the fuel pump to respond to the ECU. So now that I got the fuel pump to respond, we could slowly start putting this whole interior back together, because it is nasty. So I'm really excited about that. Other than that, hope you guys are living well, getting your project cars done. I got to drive the GTO a little bit this morning. I posted on the gram, and it was just nice. A nice little cruise to relax and get my mind focused. And now we're back in the garage trying to get the 300Z running. All right, you ready to try this again?
I'm ready. Hopefully this time it works.
Yesterday was a bunch of false hope.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, it's gonna turn on, we're waiting, it's gonna turn on, and I was like, okay.
Dang, no confidence.
No.
She don't believe in me. You see how she is?
No, only because he forgot the spark plugs first, and then like, I don't know, something else, and then it was funny though.
I was my mind was everywhere. You know, yeah, my mind was everywhere. So today we got all those little things handled. Yeah. And then we should be able to start it. I'm pretty positive it'll work. All right, moment of truth, guys. Here you go. Once again.
Let's try this one more time.
Let me plug in the battery. Okay, put the key in.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's not strong enough. Okay.
For the 1001 time.
Turn it to where it's on. Right there, leave it. Not enough juice.
1, 2, 3.
This is what makes the video, BBs, come on.
This is so ghetto.
All right, turn it on. Give it a...
Here, you do it, because I'm on bad luck. For the 1,005th time.
Dead battery, trying to charge it with my wife's car. The wife's car has a smaller engine, and I would do it with the GTO, but I got to turn the GTO around and then open the trunk to do so. And yeah, but we're gonna try it one more time real quick. If this doesn't work, we're turning the GTO around.
He's so stubborn, you guys. If he ever says he's not, he is.
Because I know this.
You want me to turn it on off?
No, leave it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Alright guys, we hooked up the GTO. Yeah. I'm gonna put the key in. Right there. Okay, finally. 9 million tries later.
Alright. Come on.
Come on.
Do you have enough gas?
Yeah, that's not the problem. Okay, how was that?
It's alive!
Does that make you feel good?
Yes.
Finally.
What was it?
Okay, it's dead battery.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's smoking. I swear, you are such a genius.
It is smoking from somewhere.
Is it some oil leaking or something?
Oh no! You know what? You know why it's smoking?
What?
So the power steering is still not hooked up, and it's running the pulley, so it's throwing all that fluid out.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good thing we didn't run it for long.
Okay.
And but yeah, she runs. She runs. All right, let me turn off this car.
Give me 5 or give me dibs.
Do it better. Hold. Yeah. Well, BBs, she runs.
I know, it's a trip.
That's one step closer.
Yep.
So we pretty much just got to get the clutch lines and the power steering lines all taken care of, and then we'll be able to drive it out of here. So.
Crazy. I know, that's insane.
But we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Anyway, guys, yeah, we're gonna work on giving you guys more consistent content. I was fighting some gremlins in here, so you guys weren't seeing the progress being made, mainly because I was dealing with all of that.
It's the time for games and it's the time to kill. Make up your mind, baby, cause the time is here.